Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing some of the most romantic, sensual fragrances in my collection, so all of these perfumes would be perfect for Valentine's Day or any date night out. And I'm going to begin with a very special unboxing. This incredible gift box was sent over complimentary from Mise, which I have been mispronouncing as Misenser for a very long time, so huge apologies. It is Mise, but I'm so grateful for their collaboration in sending over this goodie box. So inside there's a cute little card here. It says Happy Valentine's Day from Mise Parfum. Please enjoy the enclosed bottle of For Your Love, an intimate and enchanting fragrance that captures the olfactory sensations of a passionate kiss. For a limited time, Mise is offering a decadent sampling of artisanal Swiss chocolates with a qualifying purchase at the New York City boutique and online. I think we're all probably a bit biased here, but I would say after a luxury artisanal fragrance, artisanal chocolate is probably the second best gift you can receive on Valentine's Day. So let me go ahead and open it up. I love the pretty pink and red tissue. Very cute. See? I waited just for you to unbox. Ooh, wow. Okay, so here is the fragrance. For Your Love Eau de Parfum. I am so grateful to them for sending this over because this has been on my wish list for a really long time. And then here we have the Swiss chocolate. Ooh, looks like white chocolate, pistachio, hazelnut. Ooh, they look so good. And then this is a giant chocolate heart, which is, again, perfect for the holiday, but looks incredible. I have such a sweet tooth. I love all different kinds of chocolate, but I think I'm going to start in this little box, and I'm going to go with the pistachio first. So we'll try this little candy out. This is from Swiss brand La Rock. Oh my goodness, I'm excited. Okay, here we go. It's got little crispy crunchies. There's little pieces of pistachio in there. Delicious. I wasn't going to finish it, but might as well. Oh, so good. I'm going to try the hazelnut next, but first, while I'm on a bit of a sugar high, I'm going to go ahead and unbox the fragrance. This is For Your Love Eau de Parfum. I first fell in love with this fragrance a while back. I had tried a discovery set from Mise and I instantly fell in love with both Tryst and For Your Love. It was put on my radar thanks to all of you. This has been one of the highest recommended fragrances for me to try in the comment section of my videos. And I always say you have the best taste in perfumes, and you really do. If you haven't had the pleasure yet of smelling For Your Love, it has keynotes of raspberry, amber, patchouli, and musk. It is a show-stopping fragrance. I'm going to go ahead and wear this as my fragrance of the day. Since it's new to my collection, I might as well. It's been a minute since I've tried this fragrance. Wow. Oh, it is so delicious. You kind of get this burst of raspberry and the amber. And it's a little bit creamy, dreamy. My mouth is watering, which could be the chocolate, but I think it's the fragrance. It's literally making my mouth water. It just smells so good. It's very vivacious. It's a little bit sweet right away, but then it kind of softens. As it starts to dry down, it gets a little bit more mature, a little bit more serious, very sensual. But wow. This is a sexy fragrance. It is so date night. I'm going to spray the other side since I'm going to wear this for the day. Oh, yes. This is how I want to smell. I remember why I loved it so much, and I had kind of a wow moment when I first tried this fragrance. So nice. And I love those notes. I love raspberry, amber, musk. And what I really love about it is that it's not too heavy. It's not so bold and intense that it's kind of in your face or aggressive. I do think it leans more evening appropriate, but it's less obvious. It's a bit more understated, elegant. It's a very luxurious, very classy fragrance. It definitely feels appropriate for a special occasion or an elevated evening out, like Valentine's Day or any date. But if you had maybe a special event to attend, I think you could easily wear this fragrance. I picture a very fancy dinner. So delicious. Like a raspberry chocolate truffle. It doesn't smell too edible. You're not going to smell like candy whenever you spray this fragrance. You're just going to smell delicious. That's it. It should come as no surprise that on my list I am also including For Your Love's warm, cozy sister, Tryst. This is the ultimate cuddle on the couch, get close to someone you love, maybe Netflix and chill type of fragrance. It smells like wrapping yourself in a warm cashmere blanket. It's as if you took a Barefoot Dreams robe, threw it in the dryer for a couple minutes until it was nice, warm, and cozy. You get out of the bath, wrap yourself in the robe, and you just sit on the couch watching your favorite movie, eating chocolate. It smells like pure bliss, is what I'm trying to say. If you can picture it, whatever that mood, whatever that evening looks like to you, that is what Tryst smells like. Key notes include orange blossom, amber, jasmine, bourbon vanilla, and Australian sandalwood. So it is incredibly smooth and creamy in the dry down, which I love. And I did mention pretty recently that I've developed a bit of a sensitivity to sandalwood. Some sandalwood fragrances I really love, others just give me a headache, and I find them a bit repulsive at the moment. Thank goodness that has not happened to me with Tryst. I still love it as much as I did the first time. It's so heavenly. It's one of the best amber fragrances I have ever smelled, and it's certainly one of the best in my personal collection. I do think it leans a little bit fall-winter, just because it really is very warm and cozy. So I'm not sure I'm going to continue to get a ton of use out of this when it really warms up here in Miami, but I just can't imagine not wearing this. I think I will continue to grab it. I recently completed my Chanel fragrance collection, and this was part of my last haul, and I think this might be one of my new favorite Chanel fragrances. Of course, it's one of my favorites because it's part of my collection, but it's just so hard to beat. It's delicious. It's smooth, it's creamy. It is so soft and elegant. And it's very different from most of the Chanel fragrances. It's described as a soft, floral, mysterious, gourmand perfume. Keynotes include May Rose, frankincense, amber, patchouli, bourbon vanilla, and pink pepper. The original Allure is so beautiful, but Allure Sensuelle is even better. They just took it to the next level. And it's been so hard to get a hold of recently. I'm very happy this is back in stock. It's tough because you're not going to find this out at other Chanel counters and the department stores. You almost have to be close to a boutique. They might have it in select Saks stores because I have seen the exclusive collection there. So maybe they would also have some of the other exclusives like this one. But I highly recommend, if you love Chanel fragrance and you have not smelled this yet, do everything you can to get your nose on this fragrance. I think it will blow you away. If you're looking for something bolder and spicier, Coco Noir is another great option from Chanel. This fragrance sets the tone. Definitely sets the mood for the evening. It has been a long time favorite of mine. This is my second bottle. Keynotes include sparkling grapefruit, May Rose, geranium, Venezuelan tonka bean, patchouli, and vanilla. This is hands down the sexiest Chanel fragrance you can buy. And it is holding nothing back. Coco Noir is so unapologetically bold. Very moody. It's kind of deep and intense. This is such a special fragrance. And I always think of getting really dressed up, like a black tie wedding or a special gala, some sort of maybe holiday party, because it's just glamorous. This is a statement maker, a heads turn when you walk into the room, who is she type of moment. And because my husband picked this out for me several years ago, it does have sentimental value as well. I know he loves it. It's just spicy and delicious. No romantic fragrance list would be complete without something for lovers. This is Secret Tryst from Fragrance de Bois, part of their For Lovers collection. They came out with Cavort and Secret Tryst. I really like both of them, but this would be my pick for Valentine's Day or any date night. It smells so seductive. It has top notes of bergamot, saffron, Indian cardamom. Middle notes include rose, jasmine, cedar wood, and vetiver. Base notes are patchouli, frankincense, cistus, and vanilla. It smells like exotic spices, as if you're walking through a spice market and it's just sensory overload. It's a little bit sweet, and then as it dries down, you definitely pick up on the rose, the woody notes in there. It's so complex. It's really difficult to pick out one note over the other because there's just so much going on. I think that's part of the appeal, is that it's kind of mysterious. You can't really put your finger on one thing. It smells unlike anything else you've ever smelled. So you kind of just want to keep smelling it, keep smelling it, and keep smelling it because your nose just doesn't even know what to make of the fragrance. I just know I love this, and I love wearing this perfume. If you're going for a deep and moody vibe, another recommendation I have for you is Spiriteuse Double Vanille from Guerlain. This is part of their elevated fragrance collection, and it is a true standout. If you love vanilla fragrances, this is the one. It's very opulent, it's a bit smoky and woody. Key notes include jasmine, ylang-ylang, benzoin, cedar, with a hint of rum and spices. It's not light and airy vanilla creamsicle. It's more of a seductive, dark vanilla. More along the lines of a tobacco vanille, something from Tom Ford. It's so serious, so elegant, and incredibly luxurious. I cannot get over this fragrance. Every time I smell it, I'm blown away. It will never cease to amaze me, this perfume. And it smells so good. And yet, unlike other vanilla fragrances, it's bizarre. It's so perfect that you would think it would be recreated by so many different brands, and yet there is nothing out there that I could compare with this fragrance. It's a vanilla lover's dream come true, and it is worth every single penny, unfortunately. It might be getting a bit boring at this point how much I talk about my love for Mon Guerlain Intense, but I just have to talk about this fragrance because it is a tried and true favorite. It's so delicious and it belongs here. It truly is one of the best perfumes in my collection. I would say this is a top 10 for life. It's one of the sexiest fragrances. It's date night appropriate. It's warm, cozy. It checks so many boxes. It would be disingenuous for me to cut it from the list. And it's one of the most complimented fragrances in my collection, and who doesn't want to be complimented when you're going out for a date night? It has keynotes of lavender, mandarin orange, bergamot, Tahitian vanilla, Madagascar vanilla, iris, jasmine sambac, rose. Base notes include patchouli, licorice, benzoin, Australian sandalwood, and white musk. It really has the best of everything. You have a little bit of a sparkling citrus burst right away, but then you have the rose, sandalwood, patchouli, musk, and of course, vanilla. It's wildly feminine, but incredibly seductive at the same time. I like the original Mon Guerlain, but Mon Guerlain Intense is just, wow, next level. I think this fragrance belongs in any fragrance collection. If I were starting over tomorrow, this would be one of the first on the list. And it's evening. It's an evening fragrance, and it's so romantic. I just cannot say enough great things about this perfume, and it was inspired by Angelina Jolie. So if it's good enough for Angelina, it's definitely good enough for me. That should tell you maybe the vibe, the mood of the perfume. The last three perfumes I have here are a little bit lighter. They're more playful and flirtatious. This is another new addition to my collection, and I am so grateful for discovering this fragrance. This is from Karin, Barcelona. It's called Latin Lover. And this is one of the samples in my new sample set with Twisted Lily, my second collaboration, which is out now. Latin Lover and Trey Share are both part of the set, which makes sense because it was inspired by Valentine's Day and date night. I didn't want to be too obvious and include all of the fragrances on my list, but Latin Lover had to make the cut because it's very unique. It's light and floral. It's so feminine and so pretty. This is one of the prettiest fragrances I have ever smelled. It was a true wow moment whenever I first tried this sample. And I had never heard of the brand before either. I maybe have seen them, had heard of them. I hadn't tried any of the fragrances from Karin or Barcelona. This is my first one. And it's love. It's so romantic and a little bit light and fresh. This could be a signature scent, and I don't think it is exclusively evening either. So if your date plans are to do something during the day, maybe go to a farmer's market, I don't know, what's a romantic daytime date? Whatever you're doing during the day, Latin Lover would be perfect. Now I want to try more from the brand. So if you have any recommendations, if you're familiar with Karin or Barcelona, let me know what you think down in the comments. As I was going through my collection and thinking about my list, what fragrances I wanted to include, trying to be different but also true to myself, this was one of the obvious choices that I knew had to make the list. It's from KALE. This is Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper 25. I love wearing this fragrance. It is so much fun, and I think it is really flirty and feminine. It could be girls' night out. This would be a great Valentine's Day fragrance. It's a little bit sweet, a little bit spicy, and it's just cute and fun and frisky. I love this fragrance so much. It's delicious and it has a little bit of everything, and it still smells incredibly luxurious. Even though I think it's kind of flirty and fun, it doesn't take itself too seriously, but it doesn't smell adolescent. Keynotes include pink pepper, bergamot, royal lily, saffron, Bulgarian rose, rose centifolia, magnolia, sandalwood, patchouli, sensual musk, and golden amber. It has a juiciness and a fruitiness that I really love. I think when you smell the fragrance and you look at the bottle, it just makes sense. This perfume just embodies the color pink. Last but certainly not least is another flirtatious fragrance. This is the new Viktor and Rolf Flower Bomb Ruby Orchid. It's kind of like Flower Bomb on steroids. It was inspired by burlesque shows, and I think with that little piece of trivia, you can just imagine how this fragrance smells. It is a showstopper, wow, sexy, seductive type of perfume. It is so in your face, but it's very luscious and seductive. A few of the key notes include orchid, peach, and vanilla bean. This is going to be a night out on the town type of fragrance. And it just makes my mouth water. I love peach and I love vanilla, of course. So the two together is just something really special. I love it. It's so decadent. This is not going to be a cozy night in, soft, understated. This is bold. I imagine getting dressed up and going somewhere kind of loud, maybe a supper club. This is more of a South Beach type of fragrance, but so much fun. And that completes my list of romantic fragrances for your Valentine's Day. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments, questions down below. I'm very curious what fragrance you plan to wear for Valentine's Day. Drop me a comment. We'll keep the conversation going there. As always, I will be linking everything mentioned. Everything on my face will be down below in the description box for your convenience. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.